I know I did this on my channel last week when that crazy ass episode 5 of Ahsoka came out, and I thought, you know what, I gotta do it again. The numbers went crazy, the comments went crazy. Thank you guys for showing love and support. But for the people that are new, we're going to go on Twitter and see all the craziness that's been happening in the world of film, shows, basically anything that we can find in that niche. Are you ready, John?
Yo, let's get it.
First thing is Thrawn. Describe your initial reaction to Ahsoka Part 6 with only one word. All right, one word, John. One word.
Oh, intriguing.
Intriguing. That's a big word. I would say suspenseful. Yeah. Because with Thrawn, he's very okay. I'm explaining it with more than one word now. I guess yeah. Besides explaining it with one word, let's actually like dive deep a little bit into it. I think with Thrawn coming in, it definitely puts us back on track for like what the story is about. I know like we all got completely lost with seeing, Anakin and the Clone Wars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got lost. I completely was like, okay, what's the point of the story? Like all I care about is just seeing Anakin at this point.
Right.
So
I mean, but Thrawn's a pretty recent character.
and Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah. So like he's played by this, I think, the same voice actor, correct? Lars Mikkelsen. But I think the Anakin scenes, kind of take the spotlight for the show for everybody, just because Hayden Christensen. It's his history with Star Wars is very weird. It's like the generation, the generation that like grew up with like Mark Hamill and
Harrison Ford.
I was about to call him Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford,
Carrie Fisher and shit.
Carrie Fisher. Yeah, the ones that grow up with that, when they got to the prequels, I feel like they all hated on him, and it's like the fans that grew up with the prequels, they all like rejoiced when he came back. Even in Kenobi, like just Kenobi, like the I don't know if you remember the Star Wars press conference, like the love.
Oh yeah, that he got emotional about it.
Yeah, like the love that he got, like from the fans of the prequels and the ones that grew up with it. And I feel like if the fans of the original trilogy that didn't like him, I hope they were able to change their mind over the years and kind of
start to turn around.
Yeah, I mean, because I get it. Change is hard, so it's bad enough. It's kind of like right now with like Superman, so it's like everybody's trying to get ready for that change. You know what I mean? So I think the rearrival of seeing Hayden Christensen as Anakin has really like stole the show. And I will say this episode isn't as exciting as the last one, because the last one was just full of excitement. So many scenes from like, we got like live action Rebels and Clone Wars all in one episode. So it's like, but it doesn't mean the episode is bad either. It just wasn't as exciting.
Well, you got to think what it has to follow up after that.
Right. That's
like if this was like the finale episode, then this finale like wouldn't have compared to the episode previous to the finale. But the thing is that they have 2 more episodes, because this is episode 6. They have to do 7 and 8, so that gives them enough time to build up the character enough. Because with Hayden Christensen, like, let's be honest, like, we didn't think that we were gonna get a Hayden Christensen cameo, but we didn't think we were gonna get that. Yeah. Right. And with Thrawn is the main focal point of this story. Hence is why he was in the trailers and stuff. Their goal is to find Ezra Bridger and, get him back and defeat Thrawn. So, they have to give Thrawn enough episodes to build up for it.
Yeah. Like I said, last episode was exciting. This episode's about, like, for me, it was more surprising, I would say, because we know Thrawn's coming, but it's kind of like you see him and then you're like, damn, that like he's here. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? It's kind of like the Thanos effect. We know he's coming, and when we saw him on the big screen, we were like, "Holy shit! Like this is
like
real.
he's here.
He's here."
All
So
right. Yeah.
it's this threat. And I feel like Lars Mikkelsen does a really good job, uh, seeming intimidating, but like classy at the same time. Like he's not like
Mm-hmm.
overly evil or like that cliche evil.
Yeah.
Um,
Like he has
like
like a
his character,
standard.
right? Like his character is in Rebels, so
Yeah.
so he does a really good job, keeping true to that. Obviously,
Mhm.
he was the voice actor too, so that helps out.
He's already in character. Just paint the man
Right,
blue. All right.
right.
All right, let's keep going. New rock stars. The new big bad of the galaxy far, far away has arrived. The heir to the Empire. Welcome, Thrawn. I will say,
Yeah,
totally badass right here.
yeah.
With
I like the stormtrooper designs, like, and I like their
on some like undead mummy shit. Like that's what
right.
they look like. Some Roman Empire. Some people were like comparing it to like some Roman Empire type stuff, especially the way Enoch, the guy on his
Yeah, he's got
left.
like that type of mask. You know what? I had a theory when like the theory popped in my head as soon as I was watching this.
Oh
I
my god.
think they're all possessed by the witches of Dathomir.
The
Like
Dathomir.
I think they're all dead, to be honest. But I think they're like kind of
But
like that
like
that Night Brother magic, kind of like where I think what Merrick was that his name,
yeah, yeah,
Merrick?
yeah.
So I think
Well, Marduk or Marak.
Marat. Yeah, okay. So that was close. But I think it's kind of like that same thing. I don't think Marak was even alive. Did he even talk at one point? I don't think he did.
He said something, but it was like really raspy, demonized. I
Well, you
mean,
know
when you
what?
cut into him,
Yeah, those troopers, and they did talk too. I remember that. So it's not
yeah.
like they can't talk, but I do think that they aren't alive, but they're controlled by magic,
Hmm.
because they also have all those like red ribbons around them, around all
Yeah.
their suits and stuff. So that's what
Just like the
indicated that it
sisters.
was, yeah. That's why I indicated that it was Night Sister
Magic.
magic. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
brain
My sister
scrambled.
spells.
Hogwarts
I that's a that makes the most sense
magic.
though.
Yeah,
Expelliarmus.
Enoch definitely does look cool. It's got that Captain Phasma effect for me, where like she popped up and she looks completely different from all the other stormtroopers.
All that like chrome type of shit. That shit
Yeah,
was fire. All right, we
I
got
did see this on Instagram. That was such a nice picture.
yeah. So we got Thrawn looking accurate. Anakin. Like, let's be honest. Like live action, like animated Anakin copied live action. All right, it's not like live action was trying to mimic, you know,
Just the clothing,
animated.
really.
Yeah, and the hairstyle. You gotta get credit with the hairstyle and the facial structure. I will say though, the Ahsoka's right here, very well done.
Mm-hmm.
Very well done. Um, I do not know why Sabine looks like a sister of Ezra.
Yeah,
Yeah, seeing Ezra though was really weird though.
yeah, because he doesn't look like Ezra, but like if you look at the actor though, and you look at his like face, he does look like Ezra. It's
Yeah,
just here, obviously, he would look like like a nomad, or someone who's been stranded for a while. So it
yeah.
makes sense.
It's good to see that, really trying to stay close to the source material on like what they're trying to mimic for sure.
Yeah, yeah, no, they're doing a great job. I mean, Dave Filoni obviously worked on both shows,
He's
so
in his fucking bag right now. Like
yeah.
he's in his bag. It's just straight heat.
Just imagine being able to do that. Like you did the animated shows, then like a few years later, they're asking you to do a live action show of one of the characters that you pretty much created, I guess, So,
Facts.
and then you get to live action all the characters that you created as well, or brung
What
from
was said.
Legends. So it's nice.
It is nice. You gotta watch this scene though.
I need more of that.
Copyright purposes, I had to mute it, but this scene right here, I feel like this is gonna be very appreciated over time of how like badass this scene is.
Right.
Because like seeing him walk up, you can just feel his presence. Like while watching this, I felt like his presence. Like he's just like this powerful guy. He means business, and like he kind of runs the Dathomir girls a little bit because he was still giving them orders.
Yeah.
He's like, my boy, y'all don't tell me what to do. All right, I'm on this planet. Shit's rough.
But you
I
got to
got a
think
plan.
like he's just an average dude. Like he just has no power. Like
Yeah, just a cool
he
guy with red eyes.
he's yeah, but like it's the fact that he's able to boss around people that are far more powerful than him.
Yeah, like witches that are like. This is obviously a theory, which I'm pretty sure. I don't even think that's a theory. I think it's like an actual fact that these guys are possessed by Dathomir witches, the
Yeah.
Sisters of Dathomir. I think that's what it's called. I don't want to say it wrong. I don't know who that is. New additions to Ahsoka. I really hope that, now that Ezra is in it, he gets a real prominent role. Because, I mean, there's only 2 episodes left, bro. So
Yeah.
he has to make like a big difference, a big impact. Or they may leave it open to kind of just be like, all right, new Star Wars Rebels seasons are going to come out, this, that, the third. Because
Yeah.
it basically is a continuation of Star Wars Rebels.
And it would be nice to see him finish what he started from Rebels,
Oh, yeah.
or finish what he ended off in Rebels.
Yeah.
The Witches of Dathomir look freaking sick.
The and Enoch right here is so
Yeah,
badass. This is more badass than Captain Phasm. 100%.
yeah. It's just like the unique helmet and everything, like the like the gold face. It's definitely like old,
This is what I would think like some like not New Republic, Old Republic shit would look like. They
right,
went for like this look, but
right.
this is fire. Like if they change up like Stormtrooper or like Galactic Empire like attire and they went for this route, would look so much more intimidating. Because they
Yeah.
make the Stormtroopers look like little hoes now. First poster of Thrawn and Ezra and Ahsoka. So I mean, they're showing a bunch of this. That means that Ezra's definitely. We might see his lightsaber, his live action
I
lightsaber.
like that they did have him with contacts
Oh
to
yeah,
make
yeah,
him look more like Ezra.
yeah. Keeping Lars Mikkelsen as Thrawn was one of the best decisions ever made in Star Wars. I don't care. Yeah, keeping the same voice actor, and also the beauty behind it is like it really is a nice thing when your voice actor looks exactly like the character.
Right.
Because then it's like, all right, all you got to do is just show emotion now. You showed emotion in your voice. You just got to show emotion like on camera now.
I feel like they need to do that more often. Be choosy with their voice actors, or not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily have voice actors that know how to act as well, but like, or I mean, act on screen, but like, because that this universe is started off live action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And
it's
it's still
like,
expanding.
yeah, and it's still expanding. Most of it's still live action, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like I feel like I mean, you obviously for animated stuff, you do want good voice actors because it's
Yeah.
like Hayden Christensen didn't do Anakin and Clone Wars or anything like that, and
No.
I don't think
He doesn't
Ewan
have enough
McGregor.
emotion or like, yeah, he doesn't really have enough emotion in his voice, or at least like what we've seen him act live action in his
Yeah,
voice. So,
yeah, yeah. I mean, prequels Anakin is you can clearly tell it's different from Clone Wars Anakin, even though it's the same character. But
yeah.
I mean, what can you say? I mean, everything was written at different times, so
Oh yeah, 100%. And obviously Clone Wars came after to kind
yeah.
of like further explain Anakin's story.
Just think if Dave Filoni did freaking the
Live action.
prequels. What if he did the prequels?
Oh, if he did the prequels?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't even know. Maybe in like some weird rebooted way, you know. He just kind of
I
like gives
mean,
it another shot.
I would say technically the Clone Wars is like a reboot to the sequel. Or
Yeah.
the sequel, the prequels.
Well, it does more of the characters that weren't done justice. It does them justice.
Yeah. Like I'm glad they brought back Darth Maul in a way.
Oh, it's a Rebels too. Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Talking about making an entrance. Yeah. Man, Balin Skull, man. RIP to Ray Stevenson, bro. Like he could have been well, he's already a really good antagonist in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he would just like if we could continue his story where like he just continues on and he has like his own type of thing that he's dealing with or something like that. See his fallout from the Empire. I'm not the Empire, from the Jedi Order and shit like that. I would love to see that. Such a good fucking character, bro.
I have a question for you.
Boom.
Do you think Balin Skull and Shinhati would join our Jedi fellows
Oh yes, I was thinking
in
the
the later
same.
episodes?
I was thinking the same thing because look, when he was explaining to Sabine, he had a whole different goal in mind. He really didn't care what Thrawn was doing. All
No.
right, he didn't care about what the sisters of Dathomir. He didn't care about none of that. He had a certain goal. All right,
Right.
he almost had a goal, kind of like how Thanos had it, where it was like, my goal is just to bring what I feel is correction to the universe, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what his motives are. He just wants to bring correct. He just wants to bring order to certain things that he feels are out of place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I, I feel like he's gonna be a little bit of an anti-hero, where it's like
Yeah.
he's get Thrawn is getting in the way of what I want to accomplish. So the thing I need to do now is join forces with these people to stop him.
Right.
Because he's all, I feel like he only wants to stop Thrawn if that's his motive. He only wants to stop Thrawn because it's interfering with what he needs to do or what he feels he needs to do.
Yeah. And I feel like Shin is kind of having a change of heart, especially in this last episode, and like the way she's been questioning Balin.
Yeah. Like it's almost she's almost kind of realizing is what I'm doing the right thing? Like, is
Yeah.
it really going to be all worth it if I continue to do this? Because at the end of the day, I feel like she's starting to get lost in her own self of like, well, why am I here?
Yeah.
Now that I think
And
about it,
and
I don't
Balin's
care about
not
your goal.
and Balin's not really like completely discarding anything she's saying. She's just still trying to do whatever he's trying to do. But I do feel like that they would switch sides on
Mhm.
Thrawn. Um and if not, just completely just be on their own side and not be on any side and just kind of just um either be in the middle of it or just leave like Shin was saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't feel like they're gonna leave. I feel like there's a certain reason why they're going to stay on the planet.
Yeah.
And they have a goal in mind. But we
Yeah,
just don't
and
know what it is yet.
yeah, and Balin's been saying like he didn't like I guess the politics of the Jedi Council or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
It's
he
the same
did
thing as Count Dooku. Count Dooku just didn't like politics.
right. So Balin, he respects the Jedi Order and all that. He just didn't care about the
Political
politics. He didn't.
side.
He didn't like agree with a bunch of stuff,
Hmm.
but he does still respect the Jedi Order and the Jedi way. So he's been stating that since we first saw him,
Oh
and
yeah.
he's always shown some respect, and especially with Sabine. And I think he
Sabine, yeah.
knows that he didn't kill Ahsoka.
Yeah, because I mean, there's still like he has like some type of etiquette towards it.
Right.
Because even when if you take it all the way back to where Anakin killed Count Dooku, he even said that's not the Jedi way. And if if Balin was an actual Sith, let's say he was actually evil,
Mm-hmm.
he would have just killed Sabine.
Oh yeah.
He would have killed Sabine. Like even though
Probably would have force choked her just so she would have dropped the ball and he would have got it that way.
he would have got it, and then he would have had Shinhatsi just end her or something like that.
Yeah.
Or actually, Shinhatsi probably would have just ended her herself because she had the opportunity to do it as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like what Ahsoka's doing is, and I mean the show, not the character. I feel like what it's doing is it's going to have us expand the universe even more for newer characters and, set them up for whatever the next trilogy is going to be because it involves Rey Skywalker. The next three movies are going to involve that.
Right.
So I think new characters will be introduced. Um, that we'll get familiar for when the next Star Wars project hits the big screen.
Man, it probably won't happen, but it'd be cool if Cal Kestis shows up.
That's a
we
topic
need
for
some video
another
game
time.
characters up in this bitch, man. For
We do
live
need some
action,
video
we
game.
need Galen Merrick. We need freaking Cal Kestis.
Need
Like, come on,
Cowcasters.
man.
We need. I want to see his master, who is Lasat.
Who's master?
Cowcast is his master. Like even though he
Jar-
died in Order
Jaro.
66, like I
Yeah,
still
Jaro
want to.
Tapal.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
definitely want to see
yeah,
him.
that would be cool.
Well, we'll eventually get it. You know, I feel like they'll do it justice. Because also the guy, Cal Kestis, the actor who was in the mocap and everything looks exactly like him. So it'll be very easy for them to pull it off. But yeah, let's end it right there. That was super good. We saw a lot of the things that, are going to get us excited for Ahsoka. The next 2 episodes. I'm really excited for it. I know you're excited for it as well. We'll be tuned in next week to talk about episode 7. Go on Twitter, see what the people are thinking. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below, leave a like, and make sure to check out our Star Wars Gauntlet video when it drops. Should be very soon.